Mesen, welcome to Mesen Mindset. Today we're going to be talking about fear-based society. And we're going to go over some examples of my past to where I actually deleted some content, deleted some videos because I was scared to have my friends see these videos. And this was when I had, over 80 videos uploaded and I was doing my thing, and all of a sudden I got exposed through my middle school. Everyone knew about this channel, and I just remember deleting my stuff because of the insecurity, because of fear. And today we're going to be talking about fear. We're going to be talking about the science with how to overcome fear, the fear-based society that we live in, and really how to just tackle fear head on, and how to just be confident, how to just go through life without worrying about what others think of you. That's what we're going to talk about in this video. Stay tuned. So yeah, fear is not real. I think we know that. Fear is a phenomenon that is created within our mind, within our ego. Our ego is basically our personality, who we are, and it's the judgment part. If we judge people, or it's the opinion part. That is the ego. The ego is the self, or the character that we express. It's not truly who we are, but it's basically the outside image of our mental state, and it's what people see. That is the ego. Now, the ego doesn't ever want to be really exposed. It doesn't want to go away. It always wants to be present, and it doesn't want to die. I mean, we don't want to die. I don't want to die. The ego does not want to die. It does not want to take a lowering of self-esteem. That is what the ego is. The ego expresses fear, right? Fear is, like I said, a phenomenon. It's basically the ego not wanting to be exposed. It's the ego not wanting to die, okay? And that is what the ego is, and I think that's why we experience fear. Like I said, fear is a phenomenon that is 100% created within our mind. So tackling fear is pretty simple, and it's really about not caring. Now, we're all going to die. We will all die at some point. We have one life to live here. Now, it seems like society wants you to stay home all the time, wants you to stay home, not go out, take your medication, and even if you don't even have the symptoms, or if you have family that has the disease, hey, we're going to put you on the medication because we think that you're going to get this later on, and they give them the medication, and that medication actually gives them the disease. And that's just a perfect example of this fear-based society. It's basically the news, the media, doctors, whatever. I love them all. But they treat us like little mice, little rats, and they don't think that we can make intelligent decisions. They think that we're stupid. They really do. So we're basically all sheep, and we go through the motions. We go through the motions. We go through the motions of life, and we're supposed to just live this minimal life. Don't break the rules. Arnold Schwarzenegger, like he said, we're gonna have to break some of the rules. If you want success, you're gonna have to break some of the rules. Not breaking the law, but breaking some of the rules. And that is how you can combat fear. It's breaking these rules. Now, like I said, fear is only made up within the mind. And when you can be conscious of that, and when you know that it's good to be different, you are very, very valuable. People that are different, people that are outside the norm, people that are unrealistic, usually are the people that gain massive respect, massive exposure, free marketing, because they're going to be talked about for everyone just because of who they are. Anyone that is who they are and expresses who they are gets so much free marketing, so much free free words for them, free exposure, because they're going to be criticizing them. And the more that you get criticized, the more popular that you get. Now, Donald Trump is probably the best marketer I've ever seen, because whether he wins or doesn't win, he's still winning. He's still getting massive exposure. His name, his brand is getting massive freaking exposure. He can say whatever he wants, whatever he actually believes, and it's not really going to hurt him. It might hurt him in the polls, but it's not going to hurt him because people will respect him for being who he truly is. And when you can be who you truly are and express who you truly are, yes, you're going to get some lowering of self-esteem. Yes, you're going to get people that make fun of you. Yes, you're going to get these things. I've had these things. We're going to talk about my experience, my story with these types of things in a little bit. But be okay with that. Say, you know what, it's fine. I can't impress everyone. It's impossible to impress everyone. I only have one life to live here. I only live once. So why would I dumb down? Why would I stop pursuing what I love because of one or two people? You're so worried about what this one or maybe even two people are saying about you. You're just worried about these two people. And that's what it was for me. It was like one or two people that I was just so worried about that I didn't want to see my content and to see my true self. It just doesn't make any sense. And yeah, these people might make fun of you, but what about all the other people? Holy crap, this kid is doing something that I've never seen before. I've never seen a young person do this. I've never seen, this type of person do this type of thing. I've never seen it done before. Look at all these rappers that have this crazy flow, like Chance the Rapper. Some people would say, dude, this guy has no chance. He has the weirdest flow ever, but he stayed true to himself. He probably lost a lot of self-esteem from these big rappers that talked down to him, but guess what? He kept going. He kept going. He kept pursuing, and now he's one of the most famous rappers currently in the game. And look at Arnold Schwarzenegger. People made fun of his voice. They made fun of his body type. They said, no actor this big can role in movies. No person with this type of accent will ever be able to star in any movies. And guess what? He didn't care about what these people said. He kept going. He kept fighting. And look at him. One of the most successful actors of all time, Terminator. Just absolutely incredible story. Sylvester Stallone, incredible accent. And a lot of people said, dude, this guy will never be able to make it in film because I can't even understand what he's saying. And the Rocky franchise is one of the most successful franchises in movie industry, movie history. It's absolutely incredible. So by being unique, by being different, you're ahead of 99.9% of people. Take that into consideration. But yeah, fear is something that is created within our mind. It's that simple. And that's a lot easier said than done, but our ego wants to protect us. Our ego does a pretty good job with protecting us and not exposing secrets, dark secrets that we have. A lot of us have a side to us that we don't want to express, that the ego kind of blocks us from expressing, which is interesting. I think we all have a very creative side to us. I think a lot of us have a side to us that we do not express, and we're scared because we're scared of what others are going to think of us. That is literally what fear is. In the fact of success and becoming your greatest version, it's not expressing that true self, that true identity. We often don't allow ourselves to fully express everything because of the ego. So when you can start to notice that and be mindful of that, then you can understand what fear really is. And it's just the ego trying to protect you because it thinks that if you express your full self, people are not going to like you, or you're going to have a lowering of self-esteem. And that's not the way you should look at it. What you need to do is to start flowing and to start having the universe, having these thoughts that are within you expressing out, and put in these actions, and not try to judge or analyze what you're doing. Just do what you love. Do what feels right. Be in the flow of life. Now, I have zero script for this, and I'm not even an expert. I'm not an expert at all when it comes to fear, but I literally am just feeling this and just releasing it out to you guys. And that's all that I'm doing. There's no hiccups, there's no tension. It's just coming out. It's just flowing out. And this is what you need to do when you start putting in this action, when you start putting in the work. Stop letting the ego say, oh no, you have to look at this and rethink that, because people, if I say the wrong thing, people that are watching me right now aren't gonna believe me or trust me, or they're not going to agree with me. And that's basically what the ego always wants. It wants agreement. It wants people to agree with you. But when you can be conscious of that and really just express how you are all the time, then yeah, you're going to lose some friends, which is fine, but you're going to gain people that respect you a lot more. And when you start your path when you start this journey, when you start this path of being mindful of the ego, being mindful of fear, then what you can do is you can start to analyze these things that you truly love and just start doing them as you want to. I'm going to give you a story of something to where I tackled fear, and it has came out absolutely amazing. Now, this is a really cool story that has inspired a lot of people, so I hope that it can inspire you. But I would say in middle school I started a technology channel, and I was doing some airsoft videos too, airsoft gameplay reviews and that type of stuff. I just love reviewing stuff. I really love just telling people my opinion, my honest opinion on products, and really giving them some amazing value that they didn't know otherwise before looking at the product. So I really liked doing that, and I started off doing YouTube reviews. At the time, people told me that I was stupid, and I remember just thinking about wanting to delete videos because of people looking at my YouTube channel and like seeing all the videos, and just I was super scared. I was super scared with what they were going to say. I was afraid with the insults I would get going into school the next day. And my YouTube channel was getting pretty freaking well known within my high school, and I didn't want, or in my middle school and later on in my high school, and I just didn't want it to spread around. It was like an insecurity. I didn't want people to know that I did this thing, did YouTube reviews, because I didn't think it was the cool thing to do. No one else was doing it, right? No one else was doing it in my school, and I was the only one doing it. And people did make fun of me. People really did make fun of me, and I remember, I think I actually did delete some videos just because I was insecure. I was kind of I just didn't I didn't want people to see it. I didn't want people to see that side of me. And I think we all have sides within us that we may be scared to express, scared to show people. And I stuck with it. I didn't quit. I did not quit. Most people quit. Most people get so scared, and they care about what others are going to think of them, and they simply just stop putting in action. They stop putting in that work. And yeah, I kept doing it. I didn't give up. I didn't care what anyone said about me, right? I didn't care. So I kept doing it, and guess what happened? Those videos started getting tens and hundreds of thousands of views. I started making a lot of money off of YouTube ad revenue. I built some amazing connections in that community, and these videos got pretty freaking popular, like 5,000 subscribers within a 2-month period, and it was growing really, really fast, a lot of momentum. And if I stopped there, if I tapped into this fear, then that would have never happened. And that's such a huge achievement in my life, was my technology channel, and it's still, growing, and it's still making me residual income every single month because of the work that I did back then. So if you love something and you know that it's going to give you amazing results, don't care about these people. Keep pushing. Who cares if people insult you? And that's what it's going to take, a lowering of self-esteem for a little bit, and until people respect you. So in the beginning, people are going to talk shit. They're going to talk behind your back. And you're going to see a lot of respect lost. But if you keep fighting through, and and yes, you're going to have people make fun of you, and that's completely fine. It is definitely hard, because I was in your position. But what you need to do is to keep going, and just keep pursuing, keep putting in that action, because when you keep putting in that action, people are watching. Whether you know this or not, people only talk crap, and they're only going to talk down to you because they're insecure about themselves, and you're doing something that they can't do. You're doing something that they've always dreamed of doing, but they're not doing. So they're going to make fun of you. They're going to try to bring you down. What you got to understand is, no, you're not going to bring me down, bro. You're behind me, I'm in front of you, and I'm going hard. I'm going to do this with or without anyone. That's the mindset you got to have. Guess what? I got, that little bit of fame within the tech community, and all of a sudden people respected me. People started being my friends all of a sudden. People wanted to know more. People wanted to be in my videos, and it was ridiculous, dude. So that's what's going to happen. If you quit and you fail, then they've won. You don't want these people to win. That's the last thing you would ever want, is for these people to win. So keep putting in that hustle, keep putting in that grind, because it's going to pay off and you're going to get massive, massive, massive respect. We're all different. We all have things about us that are unique. But most of us are scared to express this uniqueness, express this true self, this true identity that we hold. Everyone is unique. Everyone holds this separate identity. But we all want to do what the cool person is doing in our high school or middle school or college. We all want to do what the successful actors are doing or the successful singers are doing. We all want to, fit into this little cool bubble, and we don't want to be different. We want to be sheep. We want to be cool. We don't want to do anything extra. We don't want to go above and beyond because our CEO might fire us for trying to take their position. That type of scenario is within all things. We don't want to we don't want to overdo it. We don't want the cool person to become jealous of us. We don't want that to happen, because then he's going to turn on us and turn everyone else on us, right? I challenge you, because you're unique, because you're special, because you're absolutely different, I want you to be yourself from now on. I don't want you to ever think and act in a way that someone else wants you to act, or how everyone else is acting. Oh, I'm going to act like everyone else because that's the cool thing, or that's the norm, and that's what it is. Our society is all about being in the norm, and if you ever say anything that's outside the norm, we're going to crucify you. That happened to Jesus, and it seems like that same trend is happening to this day. And I don't want you to do anything radical or anything stupid, but I want you to be yourself. We all have freedom of speech. We all have special, unique powers that we do not express. And my goal and my objective for this video, if you get anything out of this crazy philosophy that I'm talking about, I want you to start doing something that you've always hid inside. Maybe that special talent, that special something that you've always had within that you've never expressed to even your best friend. I want you to start bringing this out. I want you to start expressing this and exposing this to people. And I want you to start this by just leaving a comment. And maybe you've always been an amazing singer. Maybe you've always been singing in the shower, and you don't want anyone to know about this. Or maybe you've always been a very good rapper. Maybe you've been good at the drums. Maybe you've always been a very good actor. Maybe you've always had a very interesting philosophy. Maybe you were always deep and you've always had this really, really cool mindset that you just don't express. I want you to leave a comment, and this could be the first thing. Express and write down your darkest fear, your darkest secret, your darkest insecurity, your darkest whatever that you've just never expressed to anyone. Who you are. Who are you? Who are you truly? Don't let the ego get into this comment. Express without even thinking. Express. It'll come to you. It should be in your mind right now. Just leave a comment with whatever it is. It's in your mind right now. Don't let the ego fight it. Just leave a comment and I'll respond to you. And what I want you to start doing is I want you to start expressing this power. I want you to start expressing this to your friends, to your family, online, social media. Social media is the future of your future resume. Social media is basically the future of the 21st century when it comes to business, networking, all that great stuff. I want you to start expressing this and expressing who you truly are, because people that are different, people that are unique, stand out amongst 99.9% of people. And I want you to start being in this 0.01% of people that are truly them, truly themselves, and they don't care about what anyone else thinks. I think that's the biggest issue in today's society, is we're trying to fit in the norm. We got to fit in the norm because of all the programming that we ever had through TV and in our school system, our teachers. I remember my teachers making fun of me for starting a network marketing company or going into business. And a lot has come from that, and I've learned a lot, and I learned a lot about the industry. But to make fun of someone, to put someone down for doing something different, to put someone down for starting their own business, is absolutely stupid. Now ask yourself, is that stupid or stupid, right? Just doesn't make any sense. And that is the same thing that happens, and it happens with our very school teachers, the people that are supposed to make us our greatest version, literally put us down for being different. So now we're going to be going over some techniques that you can apply today for any time that you feel insecure about what other people are thinking about you, or if these negative limiting beliefs keep popping up in your head. We're going to go over some amazing techniques that you can implement literally right after this video that are really going to help you to be just more confident, have a way boost in self-esteem, and it's absolutely amazing for what it can do for you and what it's done for a lot of my clients. But yeah, guys, every time that you have a negative thought, every time you have a limiting thought, every time you think someone's talking about you, or just any time you have these thoughts in your mind, what I want you to say is be conscious of this, like your mind is a net, right? You have a subconscious and you have your conscious mind. Your conscious is like a net, right? So when this negative thought taps into this net, I want you to say reject it in your mind, your other self or whatever. Reject this thought. Reject this thought. Every time that it comes back, because it will. It could come back 100,000 times, right? Every time it comes, say reject this thought and immediately think of something great. Think of the outcome. Think of the vision of what it would be, how amazing it would be if you had success in whatever you were thinking otherwise. So every time, oh, is this person talking about me? Reject it. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy that I have all these people talking about me and supporting me. I'm so grateful for that. So automatically you replace it and cancel that negativity out with something positive, okay? So every time it comes in, say, I reject this thought forever. I reject this thought. Don't let this thought come back into my mind. And keep saying that, and you will condition your mind to actually not have these types of negative limiting beliefs coming back to your mind. So that is fantastic, and I absolutely love that concept. So every time you get these negative thoughts, every single time that something that is fear-based happens, what I want you to do is I want you to write out on a piece of paper. Now this is extremely, extremely important, and it has helped me do wonders. I want you to write out the fear, the struggle, whatever it is that is fear-based. I want you to write this down. So write out, I am scared of what others will think of me, right? And then what I want you to do, I want you to do a T chart. So you have the T. On the left side is fear. On the right side is ideal or amazing, whatever it is, you know, or the opposite, just whatever the opposite of fear is for you. And I want you to put the correct thing. So let's say, you know, I'm scared of what people are going to think of me. I am so happy and grateful for all the positivity and all the support that people are giving to me. And I want you to write down the exact opposite, and I want you to cross out the limiting belief, the fear belief. I want you to literally cross it out and banish it from your mind and dwell on whatever you said is the positive thing. And I want you to do this with every single fear that comes into your life. Fear that your girlfriend is going to break up with you, fear that, you know, you're not going to have enough money for the end of the month. So I'm scared that I'm not going to have enough money. I'm so happy and grateful that every single month I have enough money. You cross out not enough and you dwell on having an abundance of it, right? So that is a fantastic, fantastic implementation for rewiring your subconscious to not care about what others think of you, or you can do this with literally anything, and it's freaking fantastic. Now, we all have passions, right? And if you do what you love every single day, you will never have to work another day in your life. And I absolutely love that quote. I'm not sure who said it, but it is the truth. And we all have passions, whether you love fishing, whether you love taking pictures, whether you love music, whether you love acting, whatever it is, I want you to start tapping into this passion, this inner passion that we all have. We all have something. We're all the best at something. And what I want you to do is I want you to find what you're good at. Find this magical power that is within all people, and I want you to start pursuing it. I want you to start pursuing it either full-time or part-time. And it can be something like starting an Instagram on this topic. So if it's rugby, hey, start an Instagram with rugby and do all the highlights for rugby players, or shouting out amazing rugby players, whatever it is. I want you to start implementing this passion that you have, because like I said, with this fear-based society that we live in, it is not cool to do what you love. It's not cool to start a business. It's not cool to do what you freaking love. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. You gotta work a job. You gotta work for someone else. You gotta get hired. You gotta go through college. You gotta go through high school. You gotta get this certificate, and you gotta get hired. Right? You gotta get hired immediately, because if you don't get hired immediately, you're gonna crash and burn and die. That's the fear, right? If you don't go to college, there's no life for you. If you don't go to college, if you don't get a job, you're gonna be broke for the rest of your life. You're never gonna work a job, and that's what scares people. That's why people are rushing into freaking college right after high school, when that's the worst time you should ever go into college, because you don't know yourself. You don't know what you want to do. They don't even teach you how to write a check. You are not clear with what you want to do whatsoever. I'd say about 80% of people have no idea what the frick they're doing or what they want to do in their life. So why would you spend 30 plus K with not knowing what you want to do, not knowing what you want to pursue? So that's the fear-based right there. It's just pushing us, rushing us into something that we're not comfortable with. I'm not saying that's for everyone, but for some people, especially for me, it was the case. Yeah, I want you to start doing that passion part-time, full-time. I want you to start doing what you love and putting it on social media. Start working this brand, start working at it, and you're going to have a lot of fun. You're going to have more fun than you could have ever imagined. So this is the fear-based system that we live in. This is how to overcome fear. This is really how to overdo fear, how to overrun fear, how to tackle fear, how to just kill it, and how to remove it from your life. So there's probably a lot of people that that are living in this fear-based society, living in fear. And I want you to send them this video. I want you to do them a favor and send them this video and see if you can better their life. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.